you still looking at me?
Hey, how y'all doing? This is Sanford with Donna 21. How are y'all doing today? Great. Well, decided to make this video. I've been playing around with this screen recorder. First time I've ever used one, so if I kind of pause around a little bit, it's just trying to figure everything out. We are right here on Google Docs. I mentioned on my one of my previous videos, I love to try to write. I've got several books that I've been writing. I started off on I don't remember what the first software was, and I went to Scrivener, and Scrivener I loved. I really did. But then I ran across Google Docs, and Google Docs is free. I don't know everything there is to know about it, and this is not a paid deal for it. I'm just doing this because I enjoy it, and to kind of share along with you what I've been working on and how to get started, so forth and so on. So I will tell you as much as I can in the amount that I can. Donna, she's in the other room in there. She's going to, I think, do some soap for you today. So hopefully, she's been kind of feeling under the weather. You know, she don't have that crud. She just kind of upset stomach. But other than that, everything's good. So Google Docs, this is what it looks like when you open it up. And right up top here is a blank. And they got a newsletter, a pet resume. I guess if you raise dogs or whatever, I'm not sure. Then you got a regular resume, and which is called. Can't even really see it right now. Anyway, two different types of resumes. Then you got a letter, like a letterhead, I guess. Right here is where I've got everything saved. So forth, so on. You got newsletters. You got just, this is all the stuff pretty much that I've done. Matter of fact, this is one right. Let me see here where I'm working at right here. I think it might be this one right here. Let me open it up. I'll be able to tell you. No, this is the blank, or not blank, but setup type deal. It's actually a newsletter. Let me go back here real quick. I've started a newsletter for Donna 21. I just haven't got it out there yet, and or did anything like that as far as. Oh, here we go, right here. Let me just show you this here real quick and get it opened up here. This is kind of, we haven't quite finished it yet, but it's inspired by you. This is what we're going to title it. We got our name. This is, I've got a couple of drawings right here that Donna did. That was a picture of our grandson, and that's pretty much all we got in here right now. We're going to do probably about 3, maybe 4 pages of different crafts or whatever we decide to put into it. And hopefully, maybe if we get enough subscribers and stuff, maybe we'll be able to set this out for y'all and maybe get some of it out to the ones that really want it. So we're going to go back over here to here. This is a kind of an outline right here that I've did, and it was pretty simple. It's just as you see, it's not really uniform or nothing, but basically you just add your squares and add an arrow, and it kind of gives me the start and back to the start kind of notations as to what I want in this book that I'm writing now. Actually, this book that I'm writing now is a kind of, it's a romance, so forth, so on. Um, and it actually derived from one of my other books that I was writing that I never did finish. Let me open this up real quick for you, and I'll kind of let you take a little glance of it. This is my front page here, and it goes into just kind of a starting, the ending part, I guess you might say, or kind of give you an idea as to what is to happen, what is going to happen. The top deal kind of jumps in the middle of it there in the book, and I'll change all this up, but then it jumps back right here. It jumps back to the past, which gives you the outlines of who each one of the characters are, why they are the way they are, and then leads up to what is actually going to happen. I'm not going to give no secrets out right now. So, but that is what I've got on that book so far. And like I said, I've got actually this book, or this story is actually written already. It's just written as a shorter version, and I want to try to turn this into at least a novella, if not a novel itself. So I know this kind of boring. Like I said, I'm trying to play around here, but we're going to blank real quick. I'm going to show you some of the things to do if you decide you want to get into writing, or maybe you are writing already. I got on Google, I got on Bing, I got on several other sites trying to find out the best way to set things up. And everybody has their own way. The best way I see for your title page, find my cursor here, for your title page is Times numeral, and set your fonts on 12. And I don't do any actual spacing or anything on this. But basically, you're going to put all your information, Sanford, and then of course your first or your middle name or initial and your last name. Then you'll do your address and city and state, and let's see, city and state, and zip. And then here you will do your email. And then if you come back up here a little ways and just tab over, you want to type in word count. And that's where you put your word count, so when you get ready to send it off to your publisher or your editor or whatever, they'll know what it is. And then come over here somewhere in the middle. Just tab over a little bit. There you go. You go over here to, you can go to title, or you can go whatever, or you can keep it exactly where it is. What I did is I just, I think I did a subtitle or subheading. It's right here. And you just put your the title. And then underneath it, you'll go back. And the only thing I don't like about it is I haven't figured out how to keep everything. So anytime you change from one style to the next, it seems like you have to go back to that style. So anyway, we'll tab over a little bit right here, and basically you'll put by, and of course, Sanford, or your author's name. And then when you get ready to actually start writing, you'll go up here to insert, and you go down to where are we at here? Break. Do page break. That gives you a page break right there. And then to start off with, you go to headers and footers, add a header, and then you'll put your name again, your full name, and then your title. And then you'll just go over here and you will insert uh, uh, your page numbers. And what I use is the top right inside. And then you come back down here and you can skip a couple lines if you like. The only changes you'll make right here would be you will go into format, spacing, and double. That's what I like. And you can always go back in there and change it later depending on what type of book you're writing, whether it be an e-book or something of that nature. So then you'll start writing. One thing about Google Docs is, and I have not used it yet, but you have a share deal up here where you can, right now I've got mine set on private, but you can go up there and hit share, and you're able to share your, either the whole thing that you wrote or parts of it to send to people that are helping you out. If you're involved with a writing club, a group online, or you got friends that you're writing with, an editor or whatever it may be, they're able to go in there and you can set it to where they can actually revise certain areas, or they can just read it, or they can edit it, or they can leave you little side notes or whatever. You set it up the way you want it set up. So it's actually very simple, and this is a very, very quick tutorial. But I mean, if you use any type of Word documents at all, you know what all these are. Everything else. If you haven't, then talk to me down in the comments down there. Leave a comment, a question, and I will do my best to answer it. And then, of course, you can always go to Google or whatever. I go to YouTube and watch a lot of videos on how to do certain things. Actually, everything that I do in life, I think I watch YouTube. So, but there is a lot of great videos on how to write, how to um, set up different how many page or how many your word count you need in order to for certain books. Fiction has a certain word counts for certain types. Nonfiction has different word counts. Romance has different word counts than thrillers and so forth and so on. So you can always go to Google and type in, hey, what's my word count for a romance, or what's my word count for a Western novel, or novella, or whatever you may be writing. In order to do characters, things like that, all I do is I just open up another blank. I go in there and I type in character, and I'll start writing down names. Once I get the names down, I'll pick the ones that I like, that I think that sounds most interesting, and then I will delete the rest of them. And then I will start adding short bios of that, where they're from, where they live, what language they speak, what they look like, their eye colors, how long their eyelashes are, the things they like, the things they don't like. The more information you say, well, you probably never need all that. Well, you probably don't, but there might be that time you do. I think you can just refer back to that. That's why I do. Instead of like Scrivener, you had actual index cards and stuff, and you can add pictures and stuff to these. It works really great. Uh, so if you be a drawing or a picture off the internet. And speaking of that, a lot of people does not know is if you want a picture or a video or something of that nature for anything, whether it be to make a video out of, or put it on a book, or put it on a whatever it may be. If you go to Google and type in what it is you're looking for, and go to images or videos or whatever, right up top there, the deal called tools, and you open it up, and there's the rights, usage rights, and the usage rights there will tell you whether you can select. Basically, you can. There's some materials you can reuse non-commercially. There's some you can reuse for any reason. There's some that you can use as long as you change it up a bit. You know, so very simply, it's just one click, but you're safe to go. If you ever decide you want to put a picture or something, whether it be on a book cover or a postcard or one of your craft projects or whatever it may be. So I hope this was helpful. I know it was kind of quick. Uh, like I said, I want comments, so please leave me some comments, and I will get back with you. And hopefully, Donna will be on here shortly to give you some ideas. Have a good day.
Hey everybody! Today I'm going to give you just a small lesson on how to make your own homemade aromatherapy soap. The first thing I'm going to start with is the base that you can get to make your soaps. You got the glycerin clear soap, the glycerin white base soap, goat milk soap, and you also have just the white base soap. And you got the glycerin and the white. Today I'm going to start with the goat milk soap. So, the first thing you do is you cube your soap, which I've already done, and I got it inside of the measuring cup. And I have already melted it down. You heat it up in your microwave on 30-minute increments, 30-second increments. And when you melt it, you want to make sure it was up to 120 degrees. No higher than that, because you can scorch your milk, your base, your milk, your soap base. So I have it cool down. And the first thing I want to do is I want to put in vitamin E oil. I like to use vitamin E oil because it will put the elasticity into your skin. Vitamin E is always great for your skin, for your complexion. So I'm going to put in about 1 teaspoon. I'm done with that. Next, I will be putting in coconut oil, which is also great for your skin, for moisturizing, and it will give you a smoother and creamier bar for whatever base soap that you want to use. It's always good. You can also use extra virgin olive oil, which is probably like maybe a half of a teaspoon. Then you're going to use your essential oils, whichever essential oil that you choose. Your scents is aromatherapy. It is made for soaps. They have some for candles. Don't use that for your soaps because it's not made for your soap. I'm using the Fresh Rain, and this one is good for like with lavender. Fresh Rain is great for relaxation. And I'm going to put in about 15 drops. And just give this a good stir. Make sure it's all incorporated in there, the oils. Smells good. Then I have a mold, which soap molds. You can use any kind of mold, silicone molds, any kind of molds. And this one is the rose shape. You spray it first with alcohol. This is to make sure your bars of soap are sterilized. And yes, this has been washed in hot soapy water and sterilized. This one is going to be just the plain bar of soap with just the oil and the fragrance. pour it in. Fill it all the way up to the top. And right there. Just to kind of melt a little bit. Then take some alcohol and a spray bottle and spray it to get the bubbles off the top. It makes it a more beautiful and smoother bar soap. It's great for your presentation wherever you want to sell your product. The next one we're going to make will be, we're going to still use the Fresh Rain essential oil and the other two oils, the vitamin E and the coconut oil. This time we're going to add oatmeal, which is good for eczema, any skin rashes, a mild exfoliant. You can also use other additives as in tea leaves. It gives it a natural smell. If you use a lemon essential oil with it, it smells like a lemon tea right in a cup. You can also use coffees, rose petals, calendula petals, just pretty much whatever you want to put in it that is salt safety. I'm going to put crumbled up oatmeal in here. I'm going to say probably about a good 2 tablespoons at the most. And I'm going to put in rose petals. Rose petals these are all natural and they are real and they are pesticide free. And you just take them and you just crush them up. They're very easy to crush up with your fingers. And you just put it in your soap. I might need just a little bit more. Okay. Insert into your soap base. Really well. Now I also like to take and spray my mold again because I want to add some more petals, rose petals, to the bottom of it, which will be the top of the soap when it's taken out of the mold. Okay. You got to make sure that this is completely cooled down. Your soap is, because it's just still slightly warm, slightly. You stir it in real well, and the cooler it gets, the little thicker it will get, and it will keep your additives, your oatmeal, tea, whatever coffee that you're gonna put in it. It'll keep it more dispersed all over your bar soap, and it won't make it just float to the bottom when your soap is in the mold. And or it won't float to the top, or actually will be the bottom, but on the top of the mold. So then you take your soap, and you pour it in. And since I have enough, well, I'll take my alcohol and spray it, get the bubbles out. And since I have a little more left, I'll just make another bar soap. I'll just pour this one straight on in. There we go. And spray it too. Okay. So this is how you can make your own soap with your own additives and your own essential oil to your own smells that you like best. They have so many different soap essential oils, so go check them out. So after these are already set, I have 2 of them here that I've already made, that just to show you. This is the soap that is just the essential oil and the oil additives. And this one is with the oatmeal and the rose petals. So see, it's really easy to make your own soap at home, and you can save yourself really a lot more money if you do make your own, because you can buy the oil, the soap bases, a 20-pound box or 25-pound box. Cheaper than you can just going and buying all these soaps from all these other stores, and you're spending more money just on a few bars when you can make 100 bars of soap on that 25-pound box of soap. So, but anyway, well, I just wanted to show you, and thank you for coming on in and watching me make some soap. Bye.